that didn't go as I hoped it would. That didn't go well. G'day guys, Josh Huggett here from Huggett Media, and today we are doing something that I believe in pretty strongly. A year ago I made a post online calling my shot saying, hey, I'm gonna become a full-time educator and I'm gonna put all of my energy and effort into content creation and becoming a creator, and that's exactly what I did. So this year I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm calling my shot. It's currently like the 3rd of January. No, 2nd of January. It's currently the 2nd of January, so I'm calling my shot for this year, and that is what this entire video is about, is us calling our shot, starting this process, and then documenting everything that we do along the way to get from where we are now to the end goal of the year. Now, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to need today, so I am just bringing the entire wedding kit. Everything we're doing will be shot here on the R5 Mark II and on the original R5 as well. 2 camera setup. I think that should be enough. The most difficult thing here is that I've never done anything like this before. Yes, we document people every single day, but this is a completely different type of documenting people. So a lot of you may not know, depending on how much you know about me as a person before becoming a photographer, I actually spent the first like 11 years of my working life working in aged care. So I spent, of those 11 years, I spent 9 of those in memory support, focusing on people with dementia and focusing on people that had other memory issues, and you know, trying to like build relationships. And so this has always been pretty high on my to-do list of things. I actually had this idea when I was working back in the nursing home. I had this idea back then, didn't really know how to put it into action. So this is me now calling my shot, putting it into action, giving myself a year-long deadline, and we'll have it done by the end of the year. So this video is actually going to take me a whole year to make. Again, this is my first time trying to document anything like this and kind of create anything in this sort of way, so who knows?
It's about documentary, post-production, and just how to make a documentary film. And
so I'll probably just come out and say it. For a very, very long time, I wanted to create a book for people, just like everyday Aussies, where we could like share their stories and tell their stories. Like there are so many people out there that have got like these crazy stories about like packing up their entire lives and moving from one side of the world to the other, or coming over on a ship with their family and they spent like 3 months on a boat and they didn't get any food. Or there are so many stories out there that are like dying off in this current era of like change of generation, and so many have already gone, and I was privileged enough to hear a lot of them when I was sitting in the nursing home and we do a lot of this talking. But I always had this idea of like capturing that. A long time ago I came up with this idea. I've made an Instagram account and everything for it, and then I did nothing with it. But this is the year. This is the year, calling my shot, doing what I said I was going to do. So we're going now to record the first interview of the entire Weathered Tales series. The only thing is I don't actually know what I'm doing, how to document people, or how to make a book. Because I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, I've never done this before, and I've never documented anybody before, I wanted to make this as easy on myself as possible. So there's only one place to go. Hello, Grandma.
That's lovely, isn't it?
So you were born?
Yes, I was born.
That's a good start.
Well, I think I was.
You think you were? You weren't a test tube baby, were you?
No, I don't think they had it in those days. I was born in Yorkshire, 1932. Oh God, those were the days. I can't. Oh, that's a long time ago.
Well, yeah, that's the reason. Well, that you meeting Brian is the whole reason we're all here. We're just trying to bring it back. That meeting is the whole reason all of us is still here.
But his parents didn't like me.
That didn't go as I planned. Fuck, I literally just stopped crying in the car. That didn't go as I hoped it would. That didn't go well. There's not as much left there as I thought. Anyway, I've just gotten back to the studio. We're going to go inside and we're going to talk more about this project and everything that's coming. And hopefully it's better than this. Because this isn't how I wanted to be on camera today. Alright, let's go inside. So I've actually already recorded this bit of the video, but I accidentally had my microphone all the way over here. So you couldn't hear a single thing I was saying, and it's only now that I'm in the editing process and I've been crying for the last 45 minutes that I can actually film this. But yeah, I thought it would be appropriate if we actually talk a little bit more about this project and what it means and where we're going forward. The plan is to make a photo book so that we can document local Australians, maybe international one day, but currently we're just focusing on Australians, telling their story and making everyday heroes out of people that are just like everyday Aussies. There are so many stories out there. There are so many different people from all walks of life, and they've been through so many different things and like uprooted their entire lives, or even if it's just like a mundane story that to them is really, really special. I want to be able to document that. I want to be able to encapsulate it forever. I want to be able to make sure that I can help people keep their memories alive. So the plan would be to go to people's houses or wherever they're living, or even just like a park or something, and document their story so that we're able to capture it, give it to the family so that they can keep their stories alive, and then create a book out of it so that we can make like, you know, like heroes out of people that otherwise would just kind of like be another cog in the wheel of life. Ugh, fucking hell. The first video was way more upbeat than this. This isn't the one I wanted to be doing. I want to try to make it all Australian so we can print it in South Australia. I'm going to document the costs of making the book and making the process and everything. Good thing is I already own all of my own gear, so the documenting side of things I can do for free because it's only ever going to cost me my time. Everything, this entire video, everything was brought back to my memory because of this book that I bought in New Zealand. This is how you know it was pre-recorded because this is already on the table, but the southern island of New Zealand. It's a book from Robin Morrison. If you have the opportunity to buy this book, grab it. I bought it from the museum in New Zealand. From the road is a personal photographic view of the South Island of New Zealand. I have loved the South Island for many years, and in 1979 I was able to express that feeling by spending 6 months photographing the land, its people, and the mark they left on the country. It's a book about where he travels from one side of New Zealand, or the southern island of New Zealand, to the other, and just photographs like everyday buildings and just like everyday people, and taking photos of things that like don't make it on the tourism boards. And it was things like this that, you know, reminded me that I had this idea so many years ago, and I want to be able to bring that to my new audience that I have. Like, you know, we're so lucky that we've got like a large audience now that I can share these people's stories to, and you know, whilst also giving back to the families and giving them a recorded copy so they can actually get their grandparents, their aunties, their uncles, whoever's story in like 4K, and they can keep it forever. But you know, sharing people's stories that otherwise wouldn't be shared. You know, so like people have like flown from one side of the world to the other and started a fruit shop with like $2 in their pocket. Like,
that doesn't happen anymore. You never see these stories. So I want to capture as many of those as I possibly can before they all escape. Celebrating normal people, local people, and then the goal is to have this book out by Christmas. So I don't know how to make a book, so we're gonna that's what this entire thing is. So if you'd love to come along for this journey, I'd love to have you. Sorry I look like this. Hopefully I'll stop crying, but I don't know. Grandma really fucking hit me today. Fuck. All right, I'm fucking out of here. Thanks so much for watching. See you in the next video. I don't know what it'll be. Maybe it'll be documenting somebody. Maybe it's going to be learning about books, but I will see you in the next video. Love you. Also, side note, this entire thing is about telling your family members that you love them and telling me, you know, some people don't get told that they're loved. So that's why I always say love you. If you learn anything from this video, say love you to somebody that you know and love. Bye. Love you. Fuck.